everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Prison Architect, aka Money Troubles. Seeing as in the last video we started off a new prison, and actually at this point I think it's gone okay, but we certainly have or I certainly have made a lot of mistakes in regards to spending our cash. Prisoners are coming in 5 hours. We don't even have the power station or water pump built. But I think we'll get one of those right now, mainly because I actually just, I was informed in the last video that apparently you get those things for free, which would be freaking awesome. There's also some wood, so we could go ahead and sell that, these piles of wood for some extra free cash. That'll be able to obviously keep us supplied well. But yeah, apparently you get both the power station and the water pump, or whatever it's called. Yeah, water pump station. Apparently the first ones you get of those are free, so hopefully me actually selecting to place down 2 of them before and then canceling them, hopefully those ones didn't really count as my first ones, and we'll get those things built without any worries. So far looks promising. Holy cow! That is freaking amazing. Okay, let's get that second water pump then. That must be what, okay, that must be what the 1 marker is. So, because as I mentioned before, I theorized that that's how much of those items that you have in storage. So I guess at the beginning of the game, you just start with one of those things in storage. Like you start with 20 electrical cables in storage, start with 20 large pipes in storage. That is pretty damn kick-ass. So, obviously that means very, very good things for us. We're going to want to get to work on the rest of the stuff very, very rapidly then. Of course, the only problem with that is also seeing as we won't be able to get a huge amount actually accomplished until we, what am I saying? We won't be able to work on new separate projects until we actually complete the ones that we're currently doing, because obviously our workers can't work on 2 jobs at once. They're only occupied to like one certain thing at a time. So it's going to be a little bit worrisome for us trying to figure everything out, get everything done before the dudes show up, but especially seeing as the prisoners are actually arriving within 3 hours. But I think that we can actually, I think we can accomplish it perfectly a-okay. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. As I mentioned, we do have the canteen there. Do we actually have a door? We don't have a door to the canteen. So let's actually go ahead and put that in the works. In the meantime, we can actually go ahead and also expand it. Just make it bigger, so it'll occupy all the space that I wanted it to. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a door. First, we actually have to dismantle a wall. Let's get rid of this one pretty much right smack in the middle. I don't know if that is centered or not. And then once that's gone, we could go ahead and buy a door for 200. And, yeah, I think that'll be a pretty good setup for that. So, of course, we do have our 2 grants going. Now actually might be a good time to get a finance lady. We don't have finance going, right? Oh, we do! We got her! Do we want to get anything in bureaucracy then? I think we probably would be a better idea to actually go ahead and focus on saving our money for buying things. But then again, looking at this, an extra grant is just $500, the extra grant slot. So think about it this way. Spending $500 is going to give us a chance to, no grants, to be able to open up any more of these things. So that means we could get another 15,000 cash by doing the education reform. Or we could do the staff one, we could do short-term investment, we could do a whole bunch of things with that extra money once we have it. Let's go ahead and sell that as well. Now, the water station needs power. Here's the question. You know what, since we have 20 of these for free, let's actually go ahead and just, now that I think about it, seeing as we know how this works now, let's actually just connect it the quickest way possible, and we'll place one like that, and then have it going down like that, and that'll be a really quick way to get it connected. Won't be the prettiest way, because we still have that little thing sticking out awkwardly, but that gives it the power, and that's all that matters. We're going to wait on those for a bit, because I think before we get started on that, we actually want to, of course, work towards completing the grant, which means we actually need a shower room officially set up Why isn't this one set up? Oh, because we haven't built those? Yeah, they're jobs in progress. So let's actually, for the time being, in regards to, our holding cell room, let's do it where we'll put... how do we want to do it? You know what, let's have, like, the beds up top. The benches can be on the right side, so let's put a bench 2 up. Yeah, that way we could put a bed right there. There'll be 1 bench, 1 bed, and then 1 toilet way on... Well, no, let's put the toilets on the bottom. I don't know if that'll look good. That might just look horrible and weird, but you know, that'll be perfectly fine with whatever setup we have. We'll put that one right there. How many more benches could we fit on the side if we wanted then? We'll have 1 right there and 1 right there. That actually works pretty well. So we're just getting 1 of each to set it up so it's everything that is required to actually have the, holding cell built and ready to actually function. Same goes, of course, for our shower rooms. Let's actually go ahead and get concrete wall. How would we want to set these up? We could actually go ahead and do it like they have their own individual showers, like set it up like that or something. But I think that would just be an unnecessary waste of cash. So let's go ahead and put 2 in the middle. We'll go ahead and get those shower heads. We'll just put down 1 like I mentioned before. And then we will also put a shower drain outside. Or actually, would it work with 1 right there? Let's see how it will work with 1 right there. We have enough cash. Let's just spend 3. That'll look fine enough. So there we go. I think that's yeah, all it does is require a shower head. So that means we're gonna get pretty much everything for that grant completed. We have the canteen ready to go, just needs to actually be done. Shower's ready to go, just needs to be done. Holding cell is also ready to go, just needs to be completed. That's very good for us. Okay. So with that set up then, I think the next thing that we should do is actually work on power. People don't need their own beds, at least they don't need them right now. I'll say that. Let's move the power station up here and all the way there. Then can we actually do a shortcut? Let's see if we could do a shortcut and just have it connect or reconnect on the other side of that thing. I don't know if that'll work, but it will save us 2 of those things if it indeed does actually work that way. We'll get it all the way over there just to make sure all those areas have lights, and then also we could start working our way downwards like that. Then let's also go ahead and cover all these rooms just to make sure those are actually officially powered and ready to go this early in the game. So that's a lot of cash. Do we also want to use power? The sink requires... I mean, not power, water. Do we also want to use water? I don't think... This is crazy and bad and stupid, but I think we could wait on water for just a teeny bit more time. Of course, one thing that we do have to consider is that even when the prisoners do arrive, especially when it's the first set of prisoners, when they arrive, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be joining us anytime soon, because they're not going to be released from their truck until until it actually reaches the bottom, if I am correct. I may be wrong about that, actually, being completely honest, but I'm pretty sure that that's how things work. And now that I look at everything, I really should also put another a guard like stationed by the front entrance, and probably a metal detector and a dog there as well. We'll have to plan for that in the future once we actually get to that point. Here are our 8 prisoners. They are all maximum security, which is freaking awesome, just like we wanted them to be. And that means our daily cash flow has kind of skyrocketed. I think it was just like 200 or something, maybe even less than 100 before, but I may be wrong. I may be wrong about that. Just to prepare for when those guys need to be controlled, let's get 2 security guards out and working. And also, of course, 2 chefs. So that's good. Do a lot to our daily cash flow. We now basically have no cash once again. It is under 1,000, but you know, that's just something that we'll have to deal with. Now we're at a point where we just need the holding cell finished. Requires a toilet job queued. Install. Someone install the toilet. Oh god, they're being slowed down because of this. Locked open. Okay. Probably should have done that a bit earlier. Same goes for that one. That is my mistake. I need to remember to make sure to keep all the doors locked open when we're first working on the prison, because otherwise jobs are not going to be accomplished. And in fact, those two doors are ones that I want to always be locked open anyways, unless I want to do a lockdown or something of the sort. So, oh, come on, come on! We're at 200 cash. Obviously, could be much, much better. But we're so close to getting this thing finished. Job in progress. Okay, cool, cool. Someone is building the toilet. That guy's actually bringing the bed in? Whoa, look at that lag. That was bad. That was crazy. The bench is completed. I thought the bed was finished as well, but apparently it wasn't. There's our holding cell finished, and a ton of extra cash for it. So of course we're going to go straight for cell block A. That's gonna take actually shouldn't take all that much time, everything considered. And now we could actually, of course, go into more bureaucracy stuff. Let's go ahead and get the psychology guy going, or health first. Health would be more important to do right off the bat. And of course, let's actually go for the strategy, where we go for one of these in each thing. I think we could get tax relief, because that'll help us in everything all in all as time goes on. Then let's also get prison policy would be really nice. Increase and decrease punishments, types of misconduct. I didn't really do that too much though. That was basically one thing that I set up early on and then kind of just ignored. We didn't do cleaning stuff for quite a bit. So let's actually go ahead and work on security next. I think security is very good, especially so we could get those patrols. I was a pretty big fan of patrols once we actually start getting those into works. And then we also can do one more. Prison maintenance, maintenance through bureaucracy, cleaning, yada yada yada. We want health and well-being. Right? I thought health, oh yes, staff well-being. Build a staff room, 5 guards without assigned duties. And ensure none of your staff are exhausted. That one's not that bad. Usually that one's actually relatively easy to get. In fact, if we're lucky... okay, we need to have 5 guards who aren't on their duty. None of our staff are exhausted. Awesome, that's actually most of that completed. Seeing as that is a thing now and we have so much cash, let's go ahead and get a lot more guards. Let's bring them up to... that brings us at 6. Let's go to 8. We don't need a huge amount of them now, especially since we only have 8 prisoners. That's actually a guard per prisoner. Why is this guy in this truck? Why is he hiding with the stash of ingredients? I don't really like that. That makes me feel like he's not to be trusted. He's a sneaky, sneaky prisoner, he is. A sneaky, sneaky one. So let's see, we set up for power to be going down there. We will need power to go here eventually and there once we get those additional rooms set up. But I think power is actually perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and get the water pump going. Water pump will go up like this. And of course, water isn't incredibly important for... Oh, wait. No, that's not how I want to handle that. Oh, no! Well, that's my bad. Accidentally canceled those 2 power things, and we could cancel that one. Let's get power going one more, so it could go ahead and line the walls like this. Obviously, since those things are very, very expensive, they are going to cost us quite a lot, but that's going to be okay. Then, of course, we will put a small pump right there, or a small pipe, not small pump. And then I think that's everything for that. Prison's looking pretty good right now. We're actually getting a more frame drop rate. That's kind of weird. Kind of weird. I don't know what is up with that. Look at all these trees. We got a nice little forest down there. That's one thing I would like to do. Ooh, yes, another grant completed. What do we want to do right now, then? Visitation rights would be cool to do. Doesn't give us all that much cash in all, to be completely honest. High security chief, hire 10 guards, unlock patrols, assign 3 guards to patrol routes. Let's go ahead and do that one. Yeah. I really like patrols. Once again, that's actually another really big load of cash to start us off with. And if that's a thing, we do have 15 workmen. That's a really good amount. You know what, then? If we have 15, I think we'll wait on that. Let's go ahead and bring ourselves to 5 chefs. I like having 5 chefs. Feels like a good number to me. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I just kind of like that setup. Then what we really need to do is we need to add more beds and stuff like that. I hope we get power really soon. That's the thing. Our people are working so freaking slowly right now. They need to work faster so we can get our jobs done, make our people happy. Rather than crabby and crabby due to their crappy situation. Oh, I'm such a jokester, right, guys? I'm quite a funny one, aren't I? Toilets, I think toilets can line the walls one by one. Oh God, my throat just died there. I think I might actually go ahead and actually grab a drink of water really quick. So forgive me for that, guys. Ah, sweet, sweet water, nectar of life. But yeah, so our prisoners are being stationed in their rooms. That's a pretty bad situation for them right now, to be completely honest. Seeing as they've got no lights, and they've got one bed, one toilet that doesn't actually flush, but people are getting to work on power. That makes me very, very happy. Once that's finished, not funished, once that's finished, I will feel much more secure about our position in our prison. So, yes. You know what? Let's actually change our setup for this. We're gonna go to pipes. We're going to cancel all of those, all of those, all of those. That means we have to, once again, select the power thing right there. Then we're gonna also cancel all of those, and I think I would prefer to actually have it go down right there, and then connect like that, and then have the water pump right there. That'll also give us, actually, no, that doesn't really matter at all. I was gonna say that'll give us a second route to go down and connect to the toilets over there, but we've already got that one set up right there, so I don't know why we would actually ever want to do it that way. Honestly, that would probably just be very, very pointless and foolish. So I think it's high time we actually got started on planning out our cells. Of course, it's a thing where we're not incredibly keen on getting the cells built right now, mainly because of the fact that we don't really have, not that we don't have cash to spend, that's what I was gonna say at first, but that is completely and entirely wrong. We've got more than enough cash to spend. It's a situation where we don't really want to distract our guards all that much. It's very important to get these things in and in the works, but I really don't want, I mean, not our guards, our workers. I want them to get their jobs finished, and it's a case scenario where adding more jobs is just going to make that take more and more time before we get anywhere near completing that. But I'm gonna do it anyways, because I really want to complete Cell Block A. Cell Block A would be a very, very, very good thing for us to accomplish. So let's see, that means, we could go ahead and add another door right there. That'll be another one right there. And then, nice! That's a pretty good setup for all of those things. And then we could also do, there's one wall space right there, so I'd want another one right there. Put the wall right there. And, yeah, we'll probably, we probably won't put any cell blocks, like, covering, this whole expanse. That will just be, like, a hallway, so we could continue expanding the prison, go away thing. So we could continue expanding the prison like this. Then, like, we'll make a hallway along that way as the cell block continues to expand with time. So, we won't, basically, why I'm saying this is that means we won't have to worry about, cells up here getting in the way if we set them all up like the way we are now. So that's actually gonna be a lot of cells for us. That's 6 right up there, so we've got 8 in total planned. Right off the bat, we just need 7 more to get to that 15 mark. I think we're gonna be able to complete it rather quickly. More frame rate drops, that's rather weird, to say the least. How are our prisoners doing? Okay, right now they're kind of chilling in the yard. This guy's really pissed. What's wrong with him? Alcohol! I want my alcohol! He's pretty mad. Grievous bodily harm, violent disorder, and grievous bodily harm again. Violent disorder. Wow. That guy's quite an abuser, to say the least. But our people seem to be doing okay. We still don't... Oh, no. We have those all set. We have those built. Okay. Why hasn't there been power... wait, no. That's the fence. Why isn't there power? Oh, God. Oh, no. Did our... What? Oh, no. Our power station failed. We need to add a switch. How'd that happen? I thought I added a capacitor. Yeah, we've got one. Let's add 2 more. Did I actually set it up so that there was too much power for 1 capacitor? That might be a thing. This room alone doesn't even have power, so... Oh, whoops, I didn't want to cancel that. This game, I really would like it if this game had a priority button. Like to say, prioritize this job. I don't know if you can do that, but... I don't know, that's something that... Let's just say that's something that I kind of miss in RimWorld, to say the least. Are all... No. Did I place that door in wrong? It looks like I placed it in wrong. Does it work? It works like a regular door, but you know what? Let's go ahead and sell it. It looks so freaking ugly like that. So we're gonna sell that door, grab a new staff door, turn it on its side. Let's actually turn it that way as well and place it right down like that. Good, sir. Rebuilding that. Only problem now is that we actually can't, why is it ×1? We actually cannot get, we won't want to turn that switch on until we have at least 2 of those, which we do have now. That guy's about to work on the 3rd, so let's go ahead and pull the switch. Switch on! Or is that enough? No. I think we need someone to switch it on, right? There we go, okay. So apparently we actually don't need someone to manually do that. Apparently just selecting for someone to do it is enough. We have lights! Our people can actually see it once again. So that's very, very, very good for our prison, of course. That also means that now our food stuff is going to be powered, so people won't be eating raw food if they were doing that before. We have 1 toilet that is now functioning. Awesome sauce. Shower head isn't working quite yet, but you know, that's a-okay. I think we need to then either get to work on continuing our individual cells that we have been planning, or get to work on other rooms. And right now, I think I would prefer to have us work on additional rooms. So let's do that. We are of course going to do the infirmary. Let's place that right about there, and then we will also place the where is it? The morgue. The morgue will go right there. The infirmary is a little bit tighter than it's been in the past, but I don't think the infirmary needs to have all that much space, especially if we go ahead and decide not to have the psychologist's office in there. You know what? Let's also just put... You know what? This is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna make the morgue that big. Morgue, I don't think actually needs to have that much room. That's 4 blocks of space right there, so we could actually go ahead, grab, where is offices? There we go. Get rid of the office right there. Place 1 right there. Yep, just needs to be 4x4. And our poor old psychologist is gonna have the creepiest office in the world, because he is going to have his office in the morgue. So people are gonna be bringing in dead bodies with him chilling in there, and he's just gonna be like, oh, ew, dead bodies, that's nasty, I don't like it. But of course he'll just have to deal with it, because he is a sucker and a fool. Just like all of our workers. Not really, because I love them all, but you know. He's a sucker and a fool. We don't like the psychologist for some reason. We're almost completed with most of our stuff in bureaucracy, so we could get land expansion, but I think we'll actually leave that, like, for last, because I don't think we need that at all anytime soon. Let's go ahead and get that bank loan. Bank loans are kind of nice. Not a major thing, of course, but they were nice. And then let's go for psychology, just so we could get that psychologist and work on that grant's completion. And then I think patrols is next, especially since we actually are working on the thing for it, correct? Yep. Our 10 guards. So let's actually go ahead and get that in the works. Let's go ahead and get 3 more. We actually have one of our guards very, very injured. That is pretty bad. I did not notice that. We can actually get a doctor. We'll get 2 as we have had before. Heal our warrior of justice. Make sure he is a-okay. Oh shoot, did I assign 3 things? Oops, let's cancel that one. Does that give us our cash back? I'm not sure if it does. Honestly, if it does or doesn't really matter all that much. Here comes a bunch of injured prisoners. Why are we taking them the long way? What are we doing? Oh, they're dead? Holy cow, what happened? Well, that's my bad. Our daily cash flow is highly in the negatives because a lot of our prisoners have died. What the hell happened? How did I not notice that? And I'm surprised you get a notification for escapes, but not deaths, unless I just didn't notice that. Wow! A guard died! What happened? Oh my god, I guess that's what happens when your living situation is pretty bad for your people. Well, we have 10 guards now. Hopefully they'll be able to do an okay job. I think a workman died as well, so let's go ahead and get ourselves a 15 for that. Seeing as how badly the prison has been run so far, I think, realistically, what one would definitely want to do is hire a security guard by now, but we're not gonna do that. We'll hire the security guard sooner rather than later, but we won't get him going now. Let's actually add 3 more capacitors, because our power has been, like, very, very tight right now. Kind of surprisingly tight. Our medical ward should be finished before too long, and then we also just need that psychologist. Let's actually, seeing as his bureaucracy thing has been finished, let's hire him now. Just get him out of the way, to be completely honest. Go ahead and finish that off. Patrols is in... Oh, we need a security chief before patrols can even be started. Okay. If that's a thing, then of course we are actually going to get to work on that. Let's go ahead and, first off, select our room for visitation. We've got 2 spaces blocking that, so then there's the door. So 2 spaces down there. So that means visitation room would start right there and occupy about that much space. Totally messed up. Wanted to go to foundation, not that kind of wall. Let's make the visitation room about that big. I think that's how big we've made it in the past, about how big at least. That'll be able to house 3 doors. At least should be able to. And that will also have a jail door. We'll place it right there. That should be about the middle. Cancel that right there, and then once that's done, we will of course go ahead and add some metal detectors. In fact, why don't we go ahead and add some metal detectors right now? Metal detectors are always very, very good. There they are. And we have some extra cash. So really, it's a thing where if we're ever going to add metal detectors, I think now might be the best time. We'll add one on the outside. Honestly, this is a thing where I kind of think we should add one on the inside as well. I'm not sure. But we'll put one right there at our front entrance. And then, of course, we should also have one inside of our cell area. So nobody can bring in any equipment that would be meant to harm any of our lovely people. We are actually now at a negative, oh my god, almost $1,000 negative cash flow. Oh, we need more prisoners, and they're coming in 8 hours. Please, prisoners, come and assist me. Oh god, that's negative 40 cash per hour. Per hour. We did just finish a grant, so let's go ahead and open up and start another one. Should we do short-term investment? What are the others? Visitation rights. We were about to start that. Yeah. We'll do visitation rights. What grant did we finish? Not subblock A, not security. Oh, must have been the one for... No, it wouldn't have been that one. Oh, for finishing the infirmary. That's what we did. Okay, that's awesome. Let's sell that extra wood. We don't need any of that extra wood chilling for us. Now we've got so much cash. I actually don't think we need to worry about the daily cash flow. It's still a big old negative. Very, very sad thing. Let's actually leave that door locked open. But you know, basically it's a thing where it's an unfortunate matter that we're just going to have to kind of deal with. Let's actually have a power line going over there so that we can connect it to both of those quite easily. One going like that, other one going like that. That'll be pretty damn good for those things. And then of course we also need to go ahead and power the one over here. So let's do that. Let's do that very same thing. We can actually disconnect that one because we don't need it connecting quite that far. And then, as I close off here, I think we're actually just going to go ahead and add the rest of the mandatory things to mark off these cells. So yeah, clearly, I messed up in this video. Things could have gone a hell of a lot better, seeing as a lot of people actually died this day. Not just prisoners, including our own staff members. That is my mole stake, as one Austin Powers would say, but... you know, that's what makes this game exciting. Hopefully that's what makes it fun for you guys, seeing all these weird, really, really foolish mistakes. But I'm also making smarter choices now as well, or at least I hope I am. Seeing as I am actually making, like, putting down metal detectors early, so hopefully we could actually kind of, scan for those, or have, once we actually get our patrols started, we'll be able to do a much better job than we ever had in the past of watching our dudes and making sure that they don't do anything diabolical in regards to, planning an escape or sneaking in any weapons to go ahead and hurt our lovely, lovely, lovely workers. But anyways, I think that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, a comment, and or subscribing if you have not. I am the EggScrambledGamer, and I will see you all next time.